Bashir Badaru, Nigeria's Minister of Defense, has resigned. He resigned officially on health grounds, but Nigerians know better. A resignation of this magnitude at this exact moment is never a coincidence. Badaru came into office with the promise of restoring order, but instead, insecurity worsened in the northwest Nigeria, north central too as well, and also the southern part of Nigeria lately. Only recently on BBC Hausa interview, Badaru stated that it is impossible to strike down terrorists in the forest due to obstruction from trees and the bomb's inability to penetrate trees. Such an outrageous claim from Nigeria's Minister of Defense. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had a closed-door meeting with retired General Christopher Musa. It is believed that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to replace Badaru with General Musa as the Minister of Defense. Analysts inside Abuja argue that Badaru was overwhelmed, he was frustrated by internal sabotage, and he was caught between the military hierarchy and political actors benefiting from the chaos. And yes, there were some health concerns, but it wasn't by immense pressure and inability to deliver. Some say he jumped before he could be pushed. Some say he didn't want to face an impending international investigation. But one thing is clear, a resignation from a defense minister in the middle of national crisis is never ordinary. Nigerians all over the north, west, south and east have been victims of insecurity during his tenure as the Minister of Defense. So Badaru has shown in every level that he does not sustain the experience and the background to be the Minister of Defense. But why appoint him in the first place to be the Minister of Defense, knowing fully well that he does not have a background in anything related to security, remains a question that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration have to answer. And bringing in retired General Christopher Musa as the Minister of Defense is good for the optics amidst recent pressure from the United States. General Christopher Musa comes into that position with a lot of experience and expertise, unlike Badaru, who has background in business, a former Jigawa state governor, and a politician. So Badaru leaves that position as someone who recorded a lot of failures in insecurity in Nigeria, which has resulted to him stepping down and allowing someone with expertise to come into the picture. Before we continue, I want to make a passionate appeal. Analytics shows that 96.3 people that watch this video are not subscribed to this channel. Please, when you are subscribed to this channel, it helps YouTube to push the video forward. Please do subscribe, like the video and turn on your notification. Let's go on. So Badaru returns to Jigawa as a former Minister of Defense and as a former governor of the state. Well, today, in recent development in Washington, D.C., a powerful investigative panel is meeting to conclude how the U.S. intends to launch a full-field investigation into what many American lawmakers are calling religion-targeted killings and possible Christian genocide in Nigeria. Yes, you heard it right. It is happening today, the 2nd of December 2025. If Washington declares this officially, Nigeria will be thrown into a diplomatic hurricane. Visa bans, asset seizures, increased surveillance on Nigerian politicians, sanctions on military officers, and direct pressure on the presidency to clean the house. This is why Abuja is restless, and this is why Badaru's resignation suddenly matters. Meanwhile, shortly after the appointment, retired General Christopher Musa was spotted in a closed-door meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at Aso Rock. Sources have whispered that the discussion centered on immediate overhaul of counter-terrorist attack evaluating the current service chiefs, renewing military collaborations with the US and UK, and massive restructuring of defense intelligence. Tinubu is under pressure internationally and locally, and Musa is stepping in both as a firefighter and as a reform architect. With global attention on alleged human rights abuses and rising Christian targeted attacks in parts of the country, the US has been pushing Nigeria to take decisive, transparent actions. A panel reportedly meeting in Washington, D.C. aims to review claims of a Christian genocide and persecution, Nigeria's slow response to terror financing, the need for stronger military accountability. With a background in counter-terror insurgency, Musa is seen as the man who can stabilize Nigeria's image and rebuild trust with Western partners. The big issue the US panel wants to establish is there a Christian genocide taking place in Nigeria? They are examining attacks on Christian villages in Plateau, Benue, Southern Kaduna, burnt churches, the number of pastors kidnapped and killed, the number of communities displaced, pattern of attacks that show coordination, allegation of state silence or slow response, claims of deliberate targeted based on faith. Nigeria has denied this for years, claiming farmer herders clashes or banditry, but the international community is no longer buying that narrative. A finding of Christian genocide would change everything, and that could result to a lot of sanctions, travel bans, frozen assets, military equipment restriction, international monitoring of Nigeria's security forces, and pressure on the political leaders allegedly linked to armed groups. This is one of the biggest diplomatic storms Nigeria has ever faced in decades. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Bello Matawale, former Zamfara state governor and current minister of state for defense, an assistant or deputy to Badaru, the outgoing minister of defense. For years, allegations have floated around him that he has been negotiating with bandits, meeting bandit leaders and paying them, giving them legitimacy, and allegedly protecting some of them for political gain. He has denied everything, but the allegations refuse to die. Now, international observers have started asking, how can someone accused of enabling bandits hold a defense portfolio? With Badaru's resignation, the spotlight automatically shifts to Matawale. If the US investigation begins, and if intelligence report confirms any link, even indirectly, then the earthquake will be massive. For years, intelligence reports have suggested one thing, that banditry in Zamfara is not just random, it is economic warfare. Many bandits groups are not just kidnapping for ransom, they are protecting illegal mining sites, extorting artisan miners, and controlling smuggling routes into Niger Republic. Foreign actors, warlords, and political godfathers all allegedly compete for slices of the mineral cake. And every time you hear gunshots in Zamfara, there's a strong chance it has something to do with gold. The controversy intensified when a bandit kingpin claimed in a viral clip that Matawale had engaged in discussions with them for over 30 minutes. While Matawale has repeatedly denied these allegations, the public keeps asking the same question: who really controls Zamfara? Is it the elected government or the armed networks running the illegal mining? The mineral black market in Zamfara is estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Here is the dangerous triangle many analysts point to: illegal miners, bandit groups providing protection, political figures who negotiate indirectly. Because minerals are not like oil. You don't need large deposits, you need access to remote forests, cheap labor, weapons for protection, and a smuggling route. Obviously, banditry in Zamfara is not just about guns. It is about the gold, lithium, copper, and billions of naira leaking through illegal mining network. For Bola Ahmed Tinubu to clean up this insecurity mess, he must declare Zamfara's mineral as a national asset, deploy federal mining marshals with military backing. Thirdly, he must find a way to seal illegal mining sites and track the smuggling routes to Niger and Togo. Finally, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must show the political will to shut down foreign buyers from sponsoring the chaos. Because until the mineral mafia is dismantled, the bandits will keep coming back. And sometimes one keeps wondering, why would a president appoint people like Matawale that have questionable character and questionable allegations about banditry in Zamfara to head a security office in his government? Well, what we all know is the fact that he's under massive pressure from the United States President Donald Trump, and that is forcing him now to do the right thing. The question still remains, would Tinubu be able to have the political will to prosecute those involved in illegal mining in Zamfara and bring them to justice? Because these same men are people that have brought him into power. They are people that are in his political party. Can he do the right thing? Does he have the will, the power to be able to bring them to justice? Well, only time will tell. This is Impact Channel. Thank you for watching.